Hello and welcome to this week's Ask the Gov. Let's begin. Our first question comes from Mike via Twitter. Mike asks, what do you plan to do with the mental health patients who are being affected by the institution closings? We're going through a major mental health redesign designed to have a more modern, efficient system to meet the needs of mental health patients in Iowa. And we are actually adding beds. Additional beds are being added in Cherokee, and there are also mental health, community mental health centers being established around the state of Iowa. We've gone from a county-by-county system now to a statewide system that is actually administered through regions. We're in the process. I think we're the third year into this mental health redesign, and we believe by closing these institutions that are not accredited, that don't have psychiatrists there on duty, that we can provide better services to the mental health needs of Iowans, and having professionals like psychiatrists available to those that have the most severe problems. Second question comes from Joel via Twitter. Joel says, why do you cater to the corn lobby and promote ethanol as a clean fuel when it is worse than gas for the environment? Unfortunately, Joel, you've been given a lot of misinformation by the oil industry. The truth is that ethanol and renewable fuels like biodiesel and wind energy, which Iowa is a leader in all of those areas, have made dramatic improvements in improving the environment and reducing air pollution. In fact, some major cities like Denver and Chicago have had to use ethanol for many years because of the severe pollution that they had. And we've made significant progress in reducing air pollution in this country. I believe continuing the renewable fuel standard will help us continue to reduce air pollution and give the consumers choice as to whether they want to have a fuel that is strictly gasoline, which is more expensive and is more polluting, or they want to have higher blends of renewable fuels. And we're also in the process of developing cellulosic ethanol, which is made from other fibers like corn stover or wood chips and switchgrass that can also help us reduce pollution and provide additional resources. I can tell you the country of Brazil has become totally energy dependent because of the changes they've made using ethanol as a alternative fuel, and I'm proud of the progress we've made in this country. I believe we need to continue on the course that we've been on for several years, which has improved the environment and created 43 ethanol plants in Iowa, good paying jobs, and increased income for farmers, with a great byproduct called DDGs, distillers dried grain, which is cattle feed. It's high protein. Basically the carbohydrates go into ethanol, and you get about nearly they've improved the processing so that you get nearly 3 gallons of ethanol per bushel of corn, plus you get this great byproduct which is high in protein to feed cattle, and it's better than just feeding them corn. So it's been something that's been good for the environment, good for the economy, and created good jobs, and that's why I'm a strong supporter of continuing to increase renewable fuels and reduce our dependency on foreign oil, and making Iowa and America totally energy independent. Iowa already produces more ethanol than we consume in gasoline, and we hope that the nation can continue to make progress like we have in Iowa. Our third question comes from Harmon via Facebook. Harmon says, why are cities like Cedar Rapids allowed to have horrible roads? Of course, the decision on roads is made at the local level, but I'm proud to say this year, with bipartisan cooperation, we were able to get additional funding for the road use tax fund, and that money will be distributed about half to the DOT. The counties get about 30% and the cities about 20%. The total amount's about $200 million a year, and that will make it possible for Cedar Rapids and other cities and counties around the state to move up and improve road projects, as well as for the state to complete and repair and improve roads and bridges throughout Iowa.